Yo, 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 welcome to the Chop Shop Radio, you know what I'm saying? Back for another oh, motherfucker. Oh, rude ass phone. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's Cash in the building. If you watch the show, you know who I am. My man Slim. And introduce yourself. Let everybody know who you are.
As Perez and LQ no longer quiet.
Word, word. So, what you mean no longer quiet? What's that mean?
It means, my story for that, I've been trying to make music for such a long time since a young age and stuff. And I woke up one day and I was like, yo, I'm done being quiet. I want to get out there, get my music out there, and, show people what I can do, my real talent. So that's why I go by the logo, NLQ no longer quiet.
So you was making music, but you was like real quiet about it. And
Yeah,
then when
yeah,
everybody,
real quiet about it.
why
Like
you think
I
that
was
was?
behind the scenes. I was afraid. I was afraid of what people would say, what they would think. You know how I dress too, because that's a big issue. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a big issue.
Like, explain that. What you mean? Like how you dress? Like what?
So I know Young MA and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So I've realized, I've been, I follow her sometimes, and I look at people's comments, and they're like, oh, a girl that dresses like a man can't be on the rap scene. They're used to us females kind of showing our skin,
Yeah, yeah.
and stuff like that. So I was nervous about that. I was nervous, like, can I be myself and go out there and do my music? You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So,
Cause there's even a Young M.A. video like before she became popular where she's talking about she had her hair down.
yeah,
She's
yeah,
talking
yeah,
about her
I know
ass
the
and
video you're
yo,
talking
I
about.
was like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, it was kind of
There
funny.
won't be none of that with me, but
That's all right. Now I feel like you're better off being who you are. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like being
exactly.
yourself. Like people gonna accept it or not. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
and like my biggest thing too is like, I'm done letting people tell me like, oh, you dress that way. I don't think you're gonna make it far in the music industry. You get what I'm saying?
yeah,
So
yeah,
I'm like, nah, I'm gonna step in the game. I'm gonna do what I like to do, and if people really serious about it,
they're
they'll
gonna
like
follow it.
my
Yeah,
music. You know what I mean?
exactly.
I'd rather have real fans than the boozies. You know what I mean?
I mean, so like there's a lot of people that fits that criteria too, so they're gonna feel the same way. You know what I mean? They got followers. You know what I mean? So it's like you got to be yourself, man. Because after a while, you're gonna be like, "Fuck this being fake shit." I'm gonna be myself. And I'm like, "Who the hell's that? I don't know who the hell that is."
Yep,
You know what I mean?
exactly.
The people that can be their self, people that last the longest in the industry. You know what I'm saying? Dudes like fucking Snoop Dogg. You know what I mean? Like who
Yeah,
else?
definitely.
Like Jay Z.
J.
You know,
Cole too.
J Cole. You know,
Yep.
them guys.
Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick Lamar, the best young guy out, if you ask me.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You know what I mean? So when did you start like writing and making music and
I
stuff?
started I started writing and making music when I was 9. It happened. It's kind of a funny story. My mom had me going to like this after school camp thing, and so we had to do a talent show. But I didn't know what I liked to do. So I remember this young lady. She was a young mentor. She was like, "Hey, you want to make a song?" And I was
Mm.
like, like rap. So she said, "Yeah, let's make up a rap." So we sat there, we made the rap together, and I was so scared my first talent show. I mean, I was terrified. I was like on the stage, like I'm flashing, I'm catching. I was
Mm.
looking down. I was so
Yeah.
scared. But then I realized I think I like doing this.
Yeah.
So while I was in classes, it's funny. I had a hard time focusing because I was all about making raps,
Mm.
making music. So that's when it started for me. That young mentor made me realize that I'm a rapper. Like this is what I like to do.
Word.
And ever since there, it took off. And then at the age of 13, I realized, hey, I could sing a little bit, kind of like a Drake Weekend flow. You know what I mean? So I was like, oh man, I'm really good at this.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, I was dancing and doing all types of things. I was like, this is what I like to do. This is my cup of tea. You know what I
Word.
mean?
Word. I wish I would have known that since I was that young. You know what I'm saying? I didn't realize. I didn't start making music really till I was like 16, 17 years old and stuff
Yeah.
like that. I was bullshitting too. We wasn't really serious, but we just
Kind of like
rapping
a
up,
hobby type of
rapping over records, like you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. We like if we had some guidance and somebody was like, "Yo, this is what you guys should be doing. This is how to do it." We would have did it. Then we'd have been good, but we didn't have no guidance, so we just running around just making songs and acting crazy.
Nobody had. You couldn't go on YouTube and fucking put how to build a bomb or make an album.
I wish.
You know what I'm saying?
I used to fucking look at back then. Well, not back then, but when YouTube first came out, I used to just look at fights. I didn't look at none of the other shit. I just thought it was all fights.
The other day. What's up, yo, Nahbi? What's up,
Yeah.
yo? I'm running a little late. The other day, I realized what it was. I was looking up Benzino, the
Mm.
rapper from Boston, and I
Oh,
found
man.
YouTube looking up Benzino. That's how I discovered.
Oh,
The other day, I was saying I was looking. Remember, I was saying we
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You were like, I was watching. I was like, yo, I was looking up a rapper. I was looking up a rapper, and I couldn't remember who it was, and that's how I found YouTube. I hit Benzino. I seen a bunch of videos. Then I seen local Boston fights.
Yeah.
boxing, because they do that on at Heath Street, which is a big projects out in Boston. They do like the boxing like we saw when we was out in
Yeah.
Harlem.
Mm-hmm. Word. So you got a new track out and a new video?
Yeah, I got a new video. It's called From Me. Everybody can search that up on YouTube. You just put S.Perez, put From Me, and you'll find that video. And I got a song. I got a hot song right now. It's like a party song. Everybody's like really into it. I got good feedback. Good feedback off of it. So it's called She Dance, and you can find that on
Heard the track.
SoundCloud.
Yeah.
Heard the track, liked it. Had a reggae vibe to it.
Yeah.
I heard it. I listened to it actually. Yeah, a couple times last time we listened to it.
Everybody, when she dance for me, well, everybody likes that. You know what I mean? Like it's just it's smooth. You know, it's different.
I like when people make like up tempo, like energetic songs. You know what I'm saying? I hate when I hear people just rapping like
Yeah, very monotone, right?
Yeah.
Like there's no rhythm or no.
No,
You know what
why?
it is? It's all about cadence.
that too. But at the same time, it's about like energy. Like you know what I'm
I
saying?
think it's about the delivery too.
The delivery is like
Some people aren't too good on the delivery.
that's like
That makes it
75%
so-
The
of it.
lyrics would be good, yeah, but the delivery sucks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
that's like 75% of rap is the delivery basically. You know what I mean? If it don't sound good, people they ain't gonna even care what the fuck you saying. So I'm an E40 fan. E40 got an awkward delivery. You know what I'm saying? And people's like,
40's pretty good though.
I love E40. You know what I mean? But if you really listen to what he's saying some ill shit, some real hood shit. I'd be like, but people don't want it if it's an ugly package. Some people don't want they don't want what's inside. You know what I mean? Fuck it. Whatever. You know what I mean?
So you so we're in the studio, Chop Shop Radio, Nahbi Reality. We're in here with S. Perez. You were talking about the song. What was the name of the song you were just talking about? To you?
The reggae song?
Yeah,
She
yeah.
did.
She Dance.
What is your heritage? If you don't mind asking.
I'm Puerto Rican.
Puerto Rican. Do you feel like that had a play in the fact that you did like an island kind of song?
Yeah, I feel like it did kind of.
Culturally?
You know, like it was kind of really. I was listening to Tory Lanez. That's how I came up with the idea.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
funny shit.
No, I get what you're saying, though, but because you get inspired by other artists, and that's understandable.
So I got inspired by him because I was like, this guy could pull it off. He go from like kind of like a trap song to then making these the love songs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Diversity.
Yeah,
in
so I was like, you know what? That would be good on my
Yeah.
end too, because I feel like I can get in the studio. I could be a rapper today. Tomorrow I could be a pop star. I can go in the studio and I can go from rapping to making a pop song.
Yeah.
Or I can give really good ideas
Yeah,
for pop songs too. You know what I mean? So I was like, yo, let's find a reggae type of beat. Let's do that. You know what I mean?
Let's
That
try
was my
something.
thing.
Let's try
Yeah.
something with a different vibe to it.
Yeah, so we got in the studio. I found that. Shout out to the producer Alri. That's his name. On YouTube. He had it for a free beat. So I was like, oh, it's a free beat. This is nice. Maybe
Let me
we
rock.
can
Let me
work
rock
on
with it. Yeah. Let me rock
so
with it.
we went in the studios. We did a little bit of tweaking to it, and then the next thing you know, I was like, yo, I'm vibing with this. You know what I mean? So I started writing, and we wanted it to be real simple, like catchy. You know, the hook was catchy, one verse.
You wanted something that could get played, but also had the integrity of what you're trying to do, which I think is like a hard line to follow, right? As an artist, like you want to do something that people are gonna attract to, but you don't want to do, like you said, like you heard Tory Lanez do something, so it inspired you, but you didn't want to sound like Tory Lanez.
Yeah, I didn't want to sound.
Yeah,
like
you get what I mean?
Yeah,
So-
I still
so-
wanted to be me.
Yeah, and you want to find that line of appeal to people, but
Yeah.
maintaining who you are as a person,
Exactly.
not become like a gimmick and
People will
shit.
hear that song and then they'll hear from me and they'll be like, oh, okay.
Different
Yeah,
type of.
yeah.
Now that song has a totally different vibe. What's up with
Yeah,
that song?
That song is a deep song. Actually, I sat down, I wrote that song, and
That one you're just spitting on that one, right?
yeah,
Just the
I'm
verse, yeah.
sitting on that one. I'm also singing. I'm singing the hook.
I know you do that. Maybe at the end of the show we can get you to do the verse from one of the verses from that.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, that song meant a lot to me because I really sat down. It's really talking. If you really listen to the lyrics, it's really talking about my childhood and things that I've been through, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people could relate to that. You know what I mean? So that song was a deep song.
That's what's up.
And then you jump to money, and money is like just talking about. I like to keep it open. Like I like to be real with my music. So if I'm feeling that mood today and that's what I'm doing, that's what we gonna rock with.
Yeah, I get it. It's like when it's like that's how we feel about like what we do as music, like as being
Yeah, exactly,
universal.
yeah.
Because it's like one day we want to sit and build with books and like knowledge, and another day we want to educate, and another day we want to pop bottles and turn up.
Exactly.
Like it's the reality.
We lit.
Nobody's one way. You
Yeah,
know?
all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Like
And
all the I'm all the time like this. Like
That's what I want people to know me for as an artist. You know
Why
what
I
mean?
never.
I'm not spliffy, you know?
Why I never. You're gonna have the scarf to throw.
where's
Why
this
I
pizza?
never-
Where's this pizza from? 7-Eleven.
Where- This is 7-Eleven. Get my Grey Poupon.
See, I don't want to be that.
See, but I get what you're saying about the diversity, and that's important.
That's how we are too. You know what I mean? 'Cause I make a lot of different kind of music. You know what I'm saying? Make stuff like positive, not so to speak positive, but reality like check type music, I would call it, and then it makes stuff like party stuff. You know what I mean? Like,
You know, what if one day I wake up and I just feel like, yo, let's go smoke some weed,
yeah, right.
and just chill. Like I'll make a song.
But that's the things about creative people, right? Anybody, right? Like most people, majority of people are multi-layered, like an onion. Like there's layers to a person. You get what I'm saying? And if you try to put yourself in this one box, you get typecasted in that box and you can't move out of it. Like look at somebody like MC Hammer. Right, MC Hammer was really a G. Like he really had respect in the streets. Like he ran up on Redman and him on some G shit. Like he was a real dude. But people look at him like with the pants and this and that because that was an image. So he came out with that. Then he tried to come like gangster with it, and nobody was believing it.
Yeah.
But the reality was he really was a gangster.
That's the thing.
You get what I'm saying? But he put himself in that box with the dancing with the pants.
He wasn't really. I can't say he was a gangster, but he had mad respect in the hood. You know what I mean?
I don't know the way the
he
Redman
wasn't like
say,
a real gangster.
if you go
but
watch the interview where
had-
Redman says,
no, I watched it. I watched it a couple
That was
times. I actually watched it like 3 days ago. To tell you the truth, but what I'm saying is, he's not a gangster, so to speak, in the word like a gangster.
like
but,
a
but
mafia
he's like,
gangster, but
like he's a hood dude. Hood dude with mad respect and whatever. And like
Did you know that MC Hammer's selling hooks? No, like technically like hooks. Like if you go into the craft store, he's selling hooks that you put up on the thing. Like
I seen something about
actual
that.
hooks.
But I don't.
I'm thinking like hook. I'm thinking
Nah, not rap hooks.
Yo,
MC
man.
Hammer's selling hooks. Literally.
You
Literally.
you sell 1 million hooks and make $1 off them. You make $1 million.
Yeah,
shit, you know what I mean?
I think that's the goal or how it's going down. But,
People always want to concentrate on making a whole bunch of money at at one time. You know what I mean? Some people making 50 cents.
I got something to say about that now that you
Go ahead.
bring it up, the whole money thing. So, like, a lot of people say, oh, you got this talent, you can go and be a superstar, make tons of money. I'm not even thinking about the money. I'm doing this because I actually love it.
You enjoy it. Yeah.
If God came down right now and said, hey, I'm going to put you in the studio for the rest of your life, that's going to be your job, and you're going to go on stage, and do tours, do interviews, start getting exposure, then, I'll do it. Even for a little bit of money.
Yeah.
That's what I like to do.
Yeah, it's a passion. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a passion, you know. That's just a bonus if I become a superstar. You know what I
Do you
mean?
think that is an obstacle at times? Because like those of us that do it for the passion, not the money, there's certain things we won't do.
Yeah, I think it is because
Right? Like an obstacle is at the climb.
Yeah,
You're like, I ain't gonna do that shit.
yeah. I've encountered that. Like I've been through a lot of people that they wanted. Like one time I was 14, there was this lady. She had like an Encore Entertainment or something like that.
Most things where you pay a little money to represent you or something like that.
Yeah, not even that. Like she wanted me to jump on my Latin style. My Spanish is not that great. You know what I mean? Like I speak a little.
She probably felt like that's what was going at that time.
Yeah. And then she was like, "Oh, we need you to dress like a girl. We need you to like, get nice boobs."
And that wasn't your style.
It wasn't my style. And I was like, "Yo, I want to be me." So that's why I'm 25 now, and it took me years to finally open up. You know what I mean? And that's why I was just telling
Be
him
who you
I
are.
have
Yeah.
this logo called NLQ. I actually want to start selling hats and shirts NLQ because I think a lot of people will like that. No longer quiet. You know what I mean? I'm not.
Meaning you're being yourself and not held by the social constraints of society. Yeah.
That can mean a lot of stuff too. You know what I mean? They can go a lot of different ways. It's a good slogan. You know what I mean? It's no longer quiet. It can be about like anything.
It's
like
Anything.
it's a lot of things. Yeah, it doesn't have to be about your.
Could relate to that right now. That NLQ. Damn, that's I'm no longer quiet. Yo, I'm not quiet no more about this.
Yeah.
I'm just letting people know that you don't gotta be quiet no more. You know what I mean?
I think that we're living in an age where we're learning more acceptance, but at the same time, there is a lot of people that are afraid to be who they are, and they're inspired by the people who with a voice, who say like somebody else feels like that, like, and it's a certain type of bravery, and people are inspired to bravery by that.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like somewhere, like there's somebody that doesn't feel the freedom you feel to be like you, but maybe they're in a situation where they don't feel brave enough to say I'm this way or this is my lifestyle choice. But to hear somebody, I mean, that's what we do it for, right?
Yeah.
Like that's our duty. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
I always go back to one of our guests. He came on here and he told the story about how he was kidnapped and molested while he was a kid. He was talking about how he got kidnapped and molested while he was a kid and raped. You know what I mean? He came on like he has a he has enough.
You're good. Just don't put the label forward. 'Cause
He has
that's all.
like one of the, I was saying we had one of our guests on here. You know what I'm saying? I always go back to relate like kind of what you're saying is like he came on here and he explained how he got kidnapped and raped while he was a kid. You know what I mean?
And so he listen to hip hop on the headphones.
And hip hop used to keep him sane, keep his mind in order. But for a grown man to come on here and say that he had that, you know what I mean? That takes a lot of, you know what I'm saying? That takes a lot of.
and I used hip hop like a grown ass man. Like yeah, as a man, I was raised by other men. Like that's
Yeah.
it takes a lot.
Yeah.
It takes a certain level of fucking bravery.
I can relate to that. I'm currently like I'm not afraid to tell anybody I'm suffering right now with PTSD. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? I've been through a lot of traumatic events as a kid, and my father being one of them, he definitely attacked me in ways that a man shouldn't. So I'm not afraid to put that even in my lyrics. You'll hear it in my lyrics, especially from no, actually any day. Daddy never showed me love. Empty places never filled in. So I'm not afraid to talk about my traumatic events. I think music helped me express the pain that I've been through as a kid.
A form of healing too, and like I was saying, it goes back to there's plenty of people that have been through experiences and they're afraid to talk about it, and it defines who they are, and they can't get past it.
Yeah. And
That's the bad part.
And I'm currently right now just learning how to accept it and get past that. You know what I mean? So that's my struggle right now.
Well, you've had to come a long way to be able to be on video camera and say it.
yeah.
I came a
I'm
long
sure you wasn't always.
No longer quiet, bro.
honest with you, I'll be straight up honest with my, anybody watching right now. I don't think-
All four people.
Yeah, all four people.
Mm-hmm.
But to be honest with you, man, listen, this is my first radio interview. This is my first
That's what's
on
up.
camera and actually talking about music. It's my
what's
first time being open.
Well, that's what this platform's for.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what we're here for.
And I used to be so used to isolating myself. I get in these funks where I get depressed, and I feel like I can't do it. I feel like I can't come out here and talk about my music and be myself. You know what I mean?
Well, we're gonna make
big
you.
For me, this is a big step.
We're gonna make you. It's like, but nah, for real though, that's good shit, man. Like, it's good for you to open up, you know what I mean? Because people can relate to you, and people identify you and your music. They connect better, you know what I mean? It's like it's always like a disconnect when a person, you seem like the person's life is not what they're speaking about in the music, you know what I mean? So that's always a good quality, you know what I mean, when you're making music and shit. That connection.
There's a I'm sorry, Cash. I'm
That's all good.
We're gonna crack that. We're gonna take a toast to your progress. That's what we gotta do. So we gotta do that. Toast to your progress. So there's a lady out there, a woman who's a good friend, and she has a radio show. Yep, we have a radio. She has a radio show down in New Bedford, Mass. And I'd like to connect you with her because she actually is putting together a whole hip hop project down in New Bedford, which she's trying to make bigger. New Bedford's only like half hour away, And it's about using art to deal with people that have been sexually abused, because she was abused by somebody.
Oh, that'd be so great.
And she's she's a good sister. I got her on my network. Like she's right down in New Bedford. It's crazy because we know her because of the show. One day we was at a Rock Camp show. She was like, "Yo, are you Nahbi from the Chop Shop Radio?" And I mean, like, am I famous? Like, no, just Facebook famous is not the same, But anyways, we linked up, and I actually linked her up with the brother that I told you about. He just told you about with the sexual abuse and everything like that. And I'll make sure that after the show I connect y'all, because she's definitely fully serious about this project.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure me and her, I can relate with her.
Oh, she's really moving forward with this project, and I think that she needs more women around, because she's an attractive, beautiful woman. So when men are always around, it's always a certain kind of energy. It's good to have women to be able to talk to and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So it's tough being a woman, because you've always got men trying to hit on you and all this other shit, and women just want to work.
Even a woman like me, look at how I dress. I dress like you. You know what I mean? I still get
it, yeah. That's a problem, and that's something that needs to be addressed in the community, because women want to work. I know women that just want to work. They're painters, they're poets out in Worcester, or they're people that have radio shows, the Lit Radio joint down in New Bedford, and they want to do all this. You know what I mean?
All we want to do is make music, right? But half of the women feel that we have to wear like tight clothes and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, like Rick Ross said, even Rick Ross said on the Breakfast Club the other day. He was like, do you think you were ever like, well, how come you never had a female rap on your team? He was like, yo, tell you the truth, I'm not even gonna lie. So I probably be trying to fuck, you know what I'm saying? This and this and that. They just said that shit out on the radio station, you know what I mean?
That's why, I do got big hope, and I do believe in myself, and I really hope that, I can make it far in what I really want to do. You know what I mean? And when I make it far, I make it as me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's all about your level of self-integrity. You know what it is, what it comes down to at the end of the day?
And it's all about your first song, too. You know what I'm saying? The first song that you put out, people going to identify that with you. You know what I'm saying? Like take somebody like Plies. Like all Plies' first songs that he came out with, they was all like girls are bust it, baby, and then
people,
it was all girl
people,
songs.
Yeah, and people
now,
remember that.
So then you put on his CD and he talking about killing niggas and like robbing them.
Kill
like,
him.
What the hell is this going on? It's like it's hard.
Yeah. Crazy shit. Yeah,
it's hard to go back.
Half these people that do this, they're not about it.
No, they're not. That's they depict other people's lives. I mean, and that's the thing about it.
In the words of Eazy-E, you're a studio gangster.
Yeah, they've had so much time. They've had all this extra time to be able to do that. But before we went into that, I wanted to speak on another thing. We were talking about you being you, and I was just gonna say that it's always important to just define you're younger than us, a young artist. And as a person, just define what your code is and just never conform it. That's a good way to go because you know what happens is if you don't have a code, right, like a standard that every time something happens, you pull out your standard and this is what it is. Something happens, you're like, oh, should I do it? Should I not do it? What do I do? But if you have a certain code of ethics, you pull that code out, this doesn't fit. See, you get what I'm saying? And it remains your integrity. Like, I'm not even going to consider this option because it's not within my level of how I have a code. And if you stick to that base and keep that, they can't take that away. They can't take the light from you. They can't take your artistic creativity from you. They can't. Because there's people like J. Cole and Kendrick who are positive people that made it into the industry and didn't have to go to that other shit. So it can be done. Joey Badass has been successful.
He came a long way.
Long way.
His biggest hit yet.
I mean, he's made it so big and then keeping it conscious.
Yeah.
Which people said he couldn't be done unless it was like some soft, corny shit. Like unless it's like some like Will Smith type of shit. People think it can't be done, but it can be done. Look at him.
I don't think
Joey Badass.
He wouldn't be able to do that without like being under Aftermath. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it'd have been that easy for him. Kendrick.
Probably not.
Nah. He got the machine behind him. You know what I'm saying? Like they can do whatever they want over there. They're one of the rare record labels that can get away with letting them do it. But you notice,
he'd have to shuck it.
but you notice that you take all these other these rappers, like you take like Future and all the other dudes that's like popular right now, like 2 Chainz and Gucci. But check, they make good songs. But like, look at all the music they come out with. They come out with like 2 CDs and but look at a person like J. Cole. Like how much music he come out with? He come out with like something like every two and a half years. Look at Kendrick. How long it take him to come out for something? You know what I'm saying? Like every other year. The dudes that's really saying shit and like they slow them down. Like you can make music here and there, boom, boom. But we just in the back. But these dudes is making music out the ass, like music all day, all mixtape after mixtape after mixtape. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
just keep flooding it.
you know what I mean? So that's some bullshit. You know what I mean? Either like Jay Electronica. You know what I mean? Like where's that dude at? Like he don't make nothing. Like
where is Jay Electronica?
Exactly. You take dudes like Jay-Z, notorious for doing that, like signing somebody and then putting them on the shelf and they don't make no music.
Well, because what they do is they get a couple of shows out of them and then it doesn't work out.
Nah, hell no. I was not work out. Look at Rihanna. Rihanna was under Rockefeller and Jay-Z. You know how much music she made?
She made a lot of music.
She made like an album every year for like 7 years.
And I'm actually a fan of her. I won't even lie. Like
Rihanna.
She comes out with some good songs, man. She's a beautiful lady. You know what I mean?
Name a time in the last fucking 12 years when there wasn't a Rihanna song on the goddamn radio. Like 10 years basically, like 8 years or some shit like that. That's just crazy. And then it's Kanye and the Jay-Z. He puts out music.
I'm a big Kanye fan.
Yeah, me too. Well,
They call him an asshole, but who cares?
yeah, I'm a mean Kanye fan. I didn't like the nice college dropout Kanye. That wasn't my.
The mean one.
I like that's my Kanye. The Yeezus.
Is creative, man. That dude is a genius when it comes to music.
Yeah, he like
Can't knock that.
he changed the rap game when it comes to that shit. Like he revolutionized that shit. That what was it like? My Dark Twisted Fantasy, whatever it was, or the one before that. What was the one before that? That 808 and Heartbreaks, right?
Oh, that was
when
my
he started
album. I love that album.
Yeah.
That's when he started experimenting and showing
But
motherfuckers
actually, that album was fucking. I love that album, man.
Mm.
That shit got me through some tough times. Next thing you know, I was writing too.
Because people started like putting these long ass instrumental just parts in their song, like 8 bars instrumental. That came from like Kanye basically doing that shit first. You know what I'm saying? He'd be rapping and he'll stop. Then he'll play like 8 bars of music, blah blah blah. There's all these funny ass sounds and shit.
But you know what? Isn't that what we're supposed to do? Is break the rules? There's too many rules.
Yeah,
Too many rules with this shit. Like,
of course.
Gotta do it this way, 16 bars. Gotta do it this way. Gotta do it that way. Like a robot. Shit.
That's because of the radio. The radio was like, yo, we're not gonna play your shit if it's over 3 minutes. We're not gonna play your shit.
Level and be an advocate of that. That's a big deal.
Mm.
He can bug out all he wants. He deserves respect for that.
Hell yeah, a lot of respect.
Who's saying he bugging out?
Bugging out. What you talking about? That's Kanye's MO to bug out. What are you even talking about?
It depends on what you call bugging out.
Bugging out is what Kanye does. That's bugging out.
That's called a whiteout.
That's the white out.
A blackout. A blackout.
About the Kardashians or
A blackout.
Oh man.
A blackout.
Let's not even get started on that.
every black person they
If you black out, you lose. You lose. Like you don't see nothing. You just start breaking shit. When you black out, shit happens. You break a whiteout is when you just get mad and start cussing people out. You're like, yo, you know what? I know my rights. You're not gonna do this to me. That's a whiteout. I'll have your ass. That's a whiteout right there. That Kanye have whiteouts. That's what he do. You know what? Fuck y'all. Don't look at me. Turn your head. Turn your head. Y'all, you seen that shit with a fucking dude? Some dude, I think he was in France or something, and he made a Kanye. He painted a Kanye picture of Kanye kissing himself like that, and the dude was like, "Y'all take it down for fucking I don't know how much it was, like $100,000 or whatever he said." Yeah.
That's the first stage of progress.
Word.
It's just you can't get to the point where you worship yourself. What was that South Park joint? The fish sticks?
The gay fish. That was one of the best ones. Funny shit.
Speaking of Kanye reminds me of Jay-Z too. Jay-Z came out with that 444 album. You know, he inspires me too, because he was around my age before he hit it off big.
Mm-hmm.
So he inspires me, you know, that hey, I'm 25, but I can do this, man. I can still get out there. I can still be what I want to be.
Yeah.
He definitely inspired me. And the guy came out with that 444 album and hit platinum.
Yeah, because see Jay-Z a few albums ago, he learned how to trick the game. All right, so Jay-Z's not gonna he's not gonna come out and risk the chance of not going platinum, because if you don't go platinum, that's like devastating for Jay-Z. That's like, you know what I mean? That's like Michael Jordan losing the finals. So
Michael Jordan.
So what Jay-Z did was he tricks the game. He gets a company and he makes a deal with a company. He says, you buy 1 million albums and we'll put the albums. We did with Sprint, I think it was the first time, one of the phone companies. So if you bought a new cell phone, it automatically came with the Jay-Z album for free. So he already sold 1 million copies to that company.
Oh, I get what you're saying.
You know what I mean? So right when it came out, it's already platinum because somebody else bought them already. So that's what he did twice.
I listened to the album though. There's a few songs that it was alright. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what is the future looking like for you? Like what's like what's the next step? What's the next stage?
My next step is trying to book a few gigs. You know, get
Yeah.
on stage.
Yeah.
You know, that's my next step. To be honest with you, getting out of the funk. You know, I was in a depression for a little bit, so I fell off a little bit. You know.
The music, do you feel is a motivator to?
Yeah, it definitely is, and this is an eye opener for me too. You know, like being here and talking with you guys, and actually talking about my music, and you know, whoever's watching it. You know what I mean?
All 4 people.
Yeah, all 4 people.
It's fine.
I'm going to estimate about
called my mother.
22 maybe watching right
I
now.
called my mother. I made her watch. So
Mama.
That's Perez is on. That's Perez is on. Pay attention.
Mama, you better watch. I'm
The
gonna smoke your
world
weed
better
when I
pay
get
attention
home.
because this woman is coming for you. She's coming for her spot, man. So that's why we have that's what's up. So how could people, if people want to look up your stuff, like people interested? Because I know you got some Facebook, YouTube's, SoundCloud stuff.
Yeah,
Your
I got
songs
that
on
one
SoundCloud.
song on SoundCloud.
And what's your SoundCloud?
It's S Perez.
With a dot or?
Yeah, S. Perez.
Oh, yeah,
S.
okay.
Perez.
And the Perez is like Rosie Perez, like the same.
No, that's her last name.
No, I know. No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. It's spelled the same way as Rosie Perez for people that. Yeah.
P-R-E-Z.
Yeah.
S.
Yeah.
P-R-E-Z.
The number Latino, eh?
Hey.
Wherepa. So that's what's going on next for you and stuff like that. So what
Did you pull up that beat?
Did you
Yeah,
the beat?
so I don't have the She Dance instrumental beat.
But what about the other track? I was interested about the other track. The other one you was talking about. Yeah.
Alright, yeah, I think I got the beat for that.
I mean, if you want to kick it out, but just kick a verse. Whatever you feel comfortable doing. It's your first radio interview. We don't want to push it too hard. You know what I mean? But at the same time, this is a chop shop. This is what we do. This is what we do. This is the chop shop radio. All 4 people in 6 countries. To figure that math out. Who knows?
Intriguing.
6 countries are watching, but only place it intriguing.
The From Me?
Yeah. You can drop that.
I can put it on right now?
Yeah, go ahead.
You got the floor.
Well, so that you know, this is called Bourbon Street. This is part of the show we call Bourbon Street. Because in Bourbon Street, there's a lot of bars. You know what I'm saying? Usually we skipped over the whole process of going to Bourbon Street. Because usually we ask you a question. Have you ever been to New Orleans? You know what Bourbon Street
We
is?
already discussed about you kicking it because it was a very, deep
You know what I mean?
conversation,
So you know what I'm saying? We just kind of skipped over that process. So what this is called is Bourbon Street. So Bourbon Street is going to take us to Bourbon Street where they got a lot of bars. So we're going to hear your bars, or we call it in Rhode Island. And in New England, bars.
So I got the track here. It has the words in the back. Is that all right?
That's fine.
All right, cool.
Because people will just put that here so you have a reference, but people will hear mostly what's coming through here.
Yeah, yeah.
So you can put that there, and then you know what I'm saying? Actually, let me see. Yeah, no, that's the best way to do it. And then you just kick it, and then people will hear it. We do a very impromptu, on the spot shit here. That's how we do it. Because then it shows people everything's not all studio and this and that. It shows it's like MTV Unplugged. Only more hood with 4 people in 6 countries watching.
Sometimes people get put in their place, you know what I mean? Like, we got put in our place last week, which is, I said we got put in our place last week, so sometimes we say certain stuff and we get put
using
in.
words like queer by a lesbian that runs, actually, I'm rocking a shirt. Shout out to Wendy Lovedge. I'm rocking her shirt right now. Take Back the Health joint, you know what I'm saying? It's probably backwards right now. Bulldozer Health, you know what I'm saying? Ink right there.
Yeah.
Shout out to she basically they have like an alternative health thing, like for people that want to do like cannabis and Reiki and other different forms of
Instead
health
of
that are
taking,
not pills
instead of
popping.
taking prescription
Because
pills.
Wendy Lovedge and Bulldozer Health, she's the founder of it. We had her in there last week. The reason why we brought her up is because she checked us because we use words like queer, and I'm not homophobic at all. We've had other gay and lesbian people on here, but her friends didn't know, and I love the fact that she brought it up on air. Like, she called us on air. She was like, "Yo, listen, we gotta talk." Yeah, she wasn't rude about it. She was like, "Yo, we gotta talk about this." So basically, we don't have a problem with anybody being gay or straight. We don't judge. We come from a journalistic point of view. We don't judge things. We just
And that's all the fans I want.
yeah.
That's all the fans I want. Like, it's not about how you look. That's your life.
Yeah.
But you make good music, we gonna rock.
I mean, I don't understand why it even matters to people, because at the end of the day, like, if people believe in a God, we're all going to answer to God for our sins or lack thereof at the end of the road. So let God sort it out.
Ever.
Let God sort it out.
I never sinned.
What? You having a what?
Never sinned.
You never
ever.
sinned?
Even I had to look over.
He's going to blaxploitation heaven. Shafts is there. Bunch of blacks.
Blackula.
Blackula's there. Blaxploitation heaven. There's a whole bunch of chicken there.
Yo, it suck. Blaxploitation heaven was.
You're gonna come back and Spawn, the part 2, the better version.
I don't know. Spawn cartoon on HBO was banging.
Because that was a recreation of the comic book.
It was real
The
good.
movie was this Hollywood shit. But
All
anyway,
right, yeah. Let's get back on.
sorry, get off track. Sorry. It's all Cash's fault. And the white man he has on his shirt.
It's all right.
Archer, bro.
Archer?
Archer's the man.
So I'll play this for you guys right here. That's good. I put it in.
Yeah, whatever you want. Whatever makes you comfortable. Follow along. Do what you gotta do.
Came from the city where the bullets had no names. Get laid out on the street, spilled brains. Watch my mom get beat over anything, then watch her lose herself. Drugs took over everything. I was only 9 with a notebook full of. Sorry, I'm a little.
Pretend like nobody else is in the room.
Yeah, I ain't really left Jersey in 2012, thinking I could change myself, be someone else. To my surprise, I could never change. Man, damn, that shit hit hard. This microphone, damn. And what's the point? I always be the city kid with the Timbs brings up. That's just how I live. Sorry.
That's all right. Keep moving. Keep going. Let it ride. Don't you have to explain. Keep moving.
And I hate when they tell me they love me when I'm in it, cause that's when they don't ever really mean it. It's for the green, strictly business, for the click. That's why I trust no bitch, they full of tricks. They try to take my pride from me, try to take it all from me, but they never could, they never would. I wish they would, try to take it from me, oh.
I got you.
Let them hear it and shit, cause
Word. Young Rucker shows his approval. That guy. Is Millie rocking to it?
That song's really deep, yo.
Word.
Yeah, it's really. I get nervous when I sing it because it's bringing out a lot of emotion.
Yeah, but this is we appreciate to be the first place where you did it public.
But
This is going down history right here.
That's what
uh-huh.
we do on the Chop Shop.
And then I'll be like, yo, you remember when I used to be so nervous to do this? Now I can do this.
That's how it is.
It's always
That's how
gonna
it
be
is.
there. You
Like if you see what I told you and I seen you riding with it, I'm glad that you was riding with it. Just pretend like nobody else is in the room. That's what I do. I go on stage, and whether it's 5 or 5,000, because I've been on various stages, and I just pretend like nobody's there. And once you speak, the words just come to you. And the best thing is to not even think about it. Just channel the energy and channel it. Don't think about what's next. Just
I gotta stop that. That thinking.
channel it. Yeah, don't think. Just channel it. Let it
You,
flow.
man. We're gonna do interviews almost every week.
But yeah, but seriously, channel it. Like don't. That's the problem with art is that art is too forced, and art is as artists.
art is not supposed to be forced.
As art, we have the as artists, we have the impossible. This is the best way I ever heard it explained. As artists, we have the impossible job of trying to explain the unexplained. We're trying to manifest words and pictures and things that say these hurts and these joys and these feelings of godliness and devilry and
Yeah, that's
pain
why
and
people
glory.
interpret like
All
painting
that.
so much. Like, oh,
Yeah.
wow, what does that mean to you? Like, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah,
You know, just
we
say,
had a
like,
problem
look-
recently with
look
that
at-
where he
look at
interpreted a
her
painting.
Look at her eyebrows.
We
They're not shaven, so what is that?
See, this is automatically played to my next song here.
Yeah.
A lot of people like this song right
So
now.
guys, you want to do that one?
Yeah. I don't mind people rocking with me hearing the music.
All right, keep moving.
New York and them brick buildings. Grew up poor, but now I got a good feeling. Long days and long nights staring at the ceiling. Tired of being numb, tired of having no feelings. Daddy never showed me love, empty places never filled in. But now it's my time, so of course I'm gonna kill it. Living homeless, but have you living careless? Have you chasing your dreams like fucking fearless? Woo!
That's Perez.
My
You
life
got my
story
vote.
puzzle. To my sister that I make it hit, so I ain't gonna stop till I make it big. I'm so amped up. This song makes me
Yeah,
so
no,
amped
that's
up.
good though. That's good though. So let's take that off real quick so we can wrap up with you. So what is your if you wanted to say like a message, like if you want to say something, what do you want to say to the people out there that have been abused or have been victimized by the cold world that we live in and are afraid to speak on it? Like, what do you have to say to them?
So, what I would say to them is, I've never been this open, like on camera, talking about the sexual abuse, the even verbal abuse, man. Even verbal abuse.
Yeah,
Really
because that's a
abuse,
factor
sexual
too.
abuse,
Yeah, that's something. Yeah.
I just want to say, like, if you could find that strength inside yourself to make it, then do it. Because look at me, you know what I mean? I've been going through abuse since I was 9 years old, and I'm sitting here, 25 years old right now, telling you that I found the way. It might take you. It's not.
You found your
it's
liberation.
Not overnight.
No,
It's
you
not-
found
it's
you
not
found your
overnight.
liberation.
Yeah. And it's not overnight. It will never be overnight. You know what I mean? Like, this takes time. It takes time for you to open up, for you to open the box of the emotions. You know what I mean? It takes time for you to find yourself. We will never ever find ourselves.
I agree.
Like,
It's a lifelong mission.
yeah, it's a lifelong mission, man. And I just want to say to them, like, yo, be strong. Like, and don't ever think you're alone, because you're not. I don't care what nobody say. You're not alone.
Somebody else is going through something of a similar
somebody else
nature.
can relate to you. Find your
There's
purpose,
billions of people on
find
the
your
planet.
purpose.
There's
Yeah.
somebody else going through what you're going through.
Exactly,
Hell yeah.
exactly.
I feel that's what I always say. If like one person feel that way, and many people feel that way, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we
Like,
had that discussion. Yeah.
And I just want to say one more thing. Don't give that abuser the right to ruin your life. Take your life back.
Yeah, and don't be defined by a tragedy. Be defined by your accomplishments.
Yeah, definitely.
Because we're all victims of tragedy to a certain degree. Anybody who lives below a certain level of poverty is automatically a victim of the system, automatically, without any other question.
It's a sad story. Like, I feel like it's so sad that there's so many people out there that's been through sexual abuse and verbal abuse and physical abuse.
But they can't speak on it.
Yeah, and they can't speak on it. They feel like they have to hold that inside.
But that ruins relationships and families because
yeah,
people take that with them into these things.
and then it carries over. Like majority of the people that's sexually abused, like they have been abused themselves. You know what I mean? So it's like a cycle and shit that keeps going.
To be honest, from experience, I just want to say from experience, like, I thought that I could never speak up. I thought that I would never be right here.
Mm.
You know what I mean? This is just a little baby step for me. You know what I mean?
Word.
Only God knows how far I can get. You know what I mean? And maybe, who knows? Maybe I will become a superstar. But it took me forever to get right here.
Word.
And I just want them to understand.
And you're still young. And you're still young. You still got forever. You still got forever to go.
It was a gradual process, and we're honored that the Chop Shop could play a part in that.
Yeah,
Word.
I honestly appreciate you guys hearing me out. Even. And I want to thank everybody too for listening to me.
All 4 people, 6 countries.
But for listening to me and I want to thank everybody for hearing me out and watching me be real on camera. Like, I'm telling you, hey, I slipped up. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? But it's because I feel so excited at the same time.
Word.
I'm excited. I'm nervous, but then this is good practice for me too. Because then the next interview I'll get better. And the next
and you have to,
and that's the same. What I'm getting at there is that's the same way with the sexual abuse you've been in your life. Today was bad. Tomorrow will get better.
There's always the light, right?
Yeah.
No matter what. There was a saying that we were talking about. Somebody else was talking about this. One of the best sayings is, "This too shall pass." Meaning, like whatever we going through, like.
Or this toot shall pass.
This too shall pass. Like whatever we going through shall pass.
No, this toot. This toot.
Was it toots? It's pass.
This toot shall pass.
You said it like no.
Toot. This toot shall pass.
So we thank you. You can stick around. You don't have to go anywhere. We're gonna transition into the next part. Actually, before our final interview, I will be shutting off the live stream. You're gonna have to go to www.uzd.world to watch the rest of the show. I'm gonna do a couple of facts. Then we're gonna go, and you can say commentary on this because we usually have what it is that I bring alternative facts to the table.
Yeah, plenty of them.
And then we discuss
a lot of them has been a lot of.
So you can stay. No, stay
a lot of it. A couple of his alternative facts have been confirmed. Some of them have been bogus.
A couple?
Oh, some of them are, some of those have been bogus. So, we always have to question his facts, his alternative facts.
Hit me up too if you ever having just a regular show and just talking about topics.
Yo, yeah.
Like that's good practice.
Word. We consider that. We
have
you as a guest.
We do a lot of that. We do a lot of that. You know what it is like we always attract the interesting female aspect to the commentary.
Yeah.
It's always like the more masculine end of the female line, or like the crazy nutty other end. Like it's never.
Yeah, it's like yeah. No, we haven't had any masculine. No, we haven't had any masculine.
Like a type B.
Well, she wasn't really considered a host.
Yeah,
she just came for her own purpose.
We have a couple of former female hosts that are in rehab now.
Yeah.
They were on their way downhill before we met them.
That's our story. We sticking to it. He said, I was gonna say, were they crazy before you met him, or did we make him crazy? That's the question.
Be careful.
Beware.
Be careful.
I don't know. The jury's out whether they came here crazy or we made them crazy. So
I think that's up for debate.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. You gotta keep your eyes open. Keep your eyes open.
But that's up for debate. So we're gonna go into a shout out to everybody in rehab that used to be a co-host here. So we're gonna go to the Nahbi alternative facts section of the show. I'll read off a couple of facts and you guys can jump in.
Alternative fact. Yeah, potentially alternative facts. Thank you, my brother. These are potential.
I'm gonna check them off.
These are potential alternative facts.
All right, your potential. So I'm gonna go to this one. So we all know who Vic Mensa is, right?
Yeah.
Vic Mensa, he's an artist from Chicago that got a lot of attention because he does conscious. He's like a Kendrick kind of person, but he's like
kinda. He does party songs too, though.
Yeah, he's not on that drill shit. But anyways, Vic Mensa is pretty much, if you look him up, he's in the media a lot because he makes a lot of controversial statements and shit like that. So Vic Mensa was once electrocuted. He got electrocuted and he almost died and fell off a bridge while trying to sneak into Lollapalooza, which is like a music event that happens every year. So he tried to sneak in, he went over the bridge, he got electrocuted, fell off the bridge and almost died. And then he made it into hip hop afterward, being electrocuted.
That probably would made him into the person he is, probably like superhuman rapper type shit. He probably couldn't rap for shit before that. Now his brains are electronic.
Let me go to this fact. Let me ask what you guys think about this, because I have an issue with this, because I understand that you believe in a dream, but I think it's foolish when people fuck up with school, right? Big Sean right? Who everybody knows,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
He's very famous.
Detroit.
Kind of bounce back. Center finna kind of penny from the back. So Big Sean.
What song was that?
That was bounce back, motherfucker.
Oh,
Guy. Hey, listen, I thought you was a specialist on Negro music. I don't know.
yeah.
All right.
All the Negro music.
So Big Sean turned down a scholarship to Michigan State University to pursue his rap career. He had a full scholarship.
A scholarship for what?
Touchy one for me right
It didn't say, but he had a full scholarship to where he was.
All right, so he's 5'3".
Maybe
It wasn't for basketball. It wasn't sports. So it had to be academics.
Sean is 5'3".
He's mad small.
He's mad short.
All on the video.
They all do. Common's mad short. I met Common in real life. He's like fucking your height.
No, Big Sean's probably. That's why his name is Big Sean. It's like
I
the
always
like.
wanted to be tall, so
It's like an opposite.
when I
You
get
gotta get
Yeah.
stilts or platforms. You gotta take it back to the 70s.
You know why I think they? I know why.
Why would you
know-
give up a
You know why I
scholarship to
think
school? Why not do both at the same
he
time?
made it?
That's the problem.
He knew what he was supposed to do. And look where he's at now. You can't question
I
him
agree
now.
with that, but how many people did that and didn't make it though? What's
That-
the
but that-
percentage?
because
So it's basically he took a risk.
He took a big.
You know-
He rolled the dice.
you know how Big Sean got
I
on.
think if I was in that position,
rolled the
I
dice.
probably would roll the dice too.
You know how he got on.
My dream, my
To me, I would try to do both at the same time.
I think he was in Detroit, and Kanye West was in the radio station, and he was giving an interview, and Big Sean waited downstairs for him. And when he came downstairs, Big Sean just rapped to him for like a minute, and for Kanye gave
that
him
really
the
is
card,
pretty much how it went down.
and he
thing
walked
is,
out, and
I-
Kanye called him back.
If I was in that
Yeah.
situation and Kanye gave me his card,
Yeah.
you know, and he called me up like, all right, it's time.
Yeah.
And then I have the scholarship in my hand. I don't
Well,
know if I would think too
See,
fast.
no, but that's different. I feel, but my commentary is that I think that there's people who
You can't do both.
sit around.
You can't
and,
do both.
and wait for something.
You
else
can't
to
do
happen.
both. You can't do both.
Perfect example. I got a union job. I'm in a good union. I'm
Yeah.
a bridge painter. I make good money.
Yeah.
But can I juggle that and try to chase after
You
the
couldn't.
rap trip?
You couldn't.
Because it'll take up most of my time. Maybe
You'd have to
he felt-
choose.
Maybe he felt that way. Though.
Yeah.
Maybe he felt.
There's no debating for it. You
But
know.
you see why? But this is why we bring up the facts. It ends up in a conversation because my initial thought is honestly like, God damn, how many times are we gonna do this though? Like, but what I'm saying is though, okay, he made it, but what is the percentage of people that have given up their education to pursue a dream that went nowhere?
Yeah,
But-
I mean it happens. That's
but-
why it's a
so then-
gamble.
So
It's a
then, does it
gamble.
become, so then does it become?
But do
chase
you
your dream
but
or
do
does it
you
become reality?
But do you really need an education though? That's the
black-
question.
That's the big
As a
question.
black man in America, you need a trade or an education, or you need a fucking
I feel-
hobby,
I feel
something
like
that
the trade
pays.
is 10 times
Like, do you really need to go to college?
Trades are in the last
Dude, I did
10,
job
15
court-
years.
I did job court twice.
Yeah.
I make 24. I don't mind putting this out.
Okay,
I make
yeah.
24 and 51 cents an hour.
Yeah,
on a bridge.
my cousin, she sprays bridges too. She does the same thing. That's all, I get.
Nice.
So what I'm saying.
So you
is
don't
that-
you don't need college
What
necessarily.
I'm saying is that I agree that the trade in the last like 10, 15 years is more important than a college degree. All I'm saying is that where does the line come between like, okay, so Big Sean made that move and he made it, but what about the guy that can't really rap and nobody would tell him, and he gives up his college?
But the question is the question is no. Here's where the question lies. The question is the person happy with taking a chance? Would you rather be the person that went to college and was always like, oh, what if I could have did this when I was my music?
Yeah.
The what if question.
It is the
Yup,
what ifs.
I know exactly
You know what I
what
mean?
you're talking
So
about.
do you want
I got two
to?
good ones right
So do you want to be that person that was like, yo, I took the safe way out. You know what I mean? I took the safe way out, but that's the road you're gonna take. You either got through the choice.
Like I said,
but check it
I
out.
wasn't pro with Con either way. I just wanted to bring him to the
But
point.
what I'm saying,
Forefront.
check it out. What I'm saying is, all right, say you're that person that took that chance. You didn't make it, and now you live a regular life. But you can live with yourself saying, I took that chance. I didn't make it. I
Well,
gave my
because
all.
isn't it the what ifs that kills people?
Yeah. It is.
Yeah.
What if you? How many? I mean, like, there's a couple of
What if I
opportunities.
failed? What if I didn't come?
Yeah. What if
Yeah.
I didn't do this? Exactly. That's and that's I think and that's it.
And that's hard to live with yourself after
So
that.
there we go.
When you get like in your 40s and
So
you
there
like
we
thinking,
go.
damn, what if I'd have?
So that's the final point on that. Then I'll have to agree.
Yeah.
That the what ifs are bad, and I would rather roll the dice than live with the what ifs because what ifs will kill you.
Hell yeah, it'll
Because,
kill you.
because they don't need no
It'll wear in your heart.
they don't need no data, no logic behind it. It's like what
What
if
if?
I would have did that?
I would
Right.
risk with this. Life is a risk. That's it.
Yeah, but that's it. Okay, you got it.
And plus, life is a highway,
Let's-
and I want
I
to
got-
drive
listen.
it all night long.
All night long. So
Still listen to
I
me.
got one for you guys. This is some shit. I had to dig deep for this one. Okay. Gotta dig deep for this one.
I doubt it.
If the Notorious B.I.G.
Another if. We started this one with the if. Go on, yo.
If the Notorious can I go now? If the Notorious B.I.G. had lost the game of dice, he would have never been signed. He would have been signed to Island Records, not Bad Boy, with Puffy. So let me explain, because think of how much would have changed if Biggie wouldn't have signed with Puffy. So
Biggie. Did you say DMX or Biggie?
Biggie. Listen, this is
why that? Did you say DMX at first?
DMX comes up later. I'm saying Biggie
why
right now. But listen,
you heard Biggie?
But listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. I'm gonna restart this fact. Listen,
I don't know.
I'm gonna restart this fact because I did my research on this.
I swear to God, I heard DMX. I don't know.
This is true. This is fucking true right here. This really happened.
Okay, I believe you.
If Notorious B.I.G. lost a game of dice, he would have been signed to Island Records instead of Bad Boy. He played dice with the journalist Bones Malone, who was working with as an A&R for Island Records at the time. And if Bones would have won, Biggie would have had to sign to Island Records, but Biggie won, so he signed to Bad Boy.
We need colleges. Maybe you're like, I like reading that.
Like that? So Biggie, if Biggie would have signed to Island, would he have been as big? Would he be as loud?
Nah.
But wait, let's take a minute.
No.
Let's go to an alternate reality.
No.
Where Biggie lost that dice roll.
No.
If he would have signed to them, you're basically asking if he would have been big.
If he would have been big as he would have,
No.
he died?
I think
No.
so.
No.
I don't know. Puffy's that guy though.
Listen.
How many guys have been that guy that Biggie is, but they weren't with Puff?
All right, let me explain something.
Guy, and it was that right time.
Let me explain. Yeah, exactly. You know, saying some stuff in the universe happened.
My nigga rolled the
for
dice.
your favor. But check it out. It's like this. All right, all right. Tom Brady, for instance. Let's use for as an example. Tom Brady was picked 199 in the draft. He was the 199th person picked. If he would have went to any other team besides the Patriots, he wouldn't be the Tom Brady that we know today. He might be okay, but he wouldn't be the Tom Brady that we know, the best player of all time. Because some people fall into a certain situation, that's better for them.
But it's all about the machine. It's all about the machine that's behind you, and the bottom line.
But now it's always I use sports to using examples because sports, like, you can be a real good athlete, but if you fall into the wrong situation, you don't like your coach. So now me and my coach don't get along. Now the coach, you got animosity and stuff, and it's always arguing.
If Biggie, but listen what I'm saying right here. Listen what I'm saying. But like, you ever heard of the theory that if you went back in time and you stepped on a butterfly, you could alter history? What I'm saying is that if Biggie would have lost that one dice roll, would he be who he was? Would
all right, so
be alive?
so
what would be the reality of
yo, I know, right?
One thing,
that's a good thing. The butterfly effect.
Talent, though. Can we not?
All right, so look. All right, so you seen the Biggie movie, right?
Yeah.
All right, so in the Biggie movie, when Biggie wanted to only rap about hard shit, who was it that told him, nah, that's not gonna work? Puffy. They was in the studio and Biggie was gonna rap all hard music, hard.
First thing I thought was Pac was like.
Before all that, you know what I'm saying? Before like Juicy, exactly. He was like, yo, niggas start laughing. He was like, yo, niggas ain't gonna rap on that. Like, yo, exactly. He was like, yo, you want to get on the, and that's what blew him up. But without that,
tell people this, it's not the beat, it's the artist. If you could turn that beat, you know, you put your lyrics on it, you put your delivery on it, yo, you can make that beat a fucking hit.
They could. The beat should make. You should make the beat, not let the beat make you. Exactly. You know what I mean? Like
that's the right word.
You know what I mean? But there are the thing. When I say that, there's no such thing as a whack beat. Because somebody could take that beat and make a whole different idea with it, and it'd be like, oh shit, I never even thought about making a track like that to that beat.
You can take the Blues Clues beat,
and
make that shit tough. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, you can sample the fuck out of it. Yeah. It's been done.
If you're a real artist, you know what I mean?
I see people do it with.
Studio challenge. All right, so let's move on. All right, so. What do you, if you had to think, all right, so as a woman, right? Salt and Pepper. One of the originals, right? What was Salt and Pepper's original name? Because they had another name as a rap group. Rap do 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 do. Do you want a lifeline?
Ketchup and mustard.
A lifeline? Lifeline? You can call it a lifeline. Do you have an opinion?
I don't, but I just remember that what their DJ's name was Spinderella.
Spinderella.
The motherfucking Rella.
Go girl.
Woo! White girl. So Salt and Pepper's original name was Supernature.
Supernature.
Yep. So I got another one.
I like that.
Now this one,
I like
this
that.
one is interesting because I thought
I'm gonna name my next animal. If I
brought
get a
this
cat,
up
I'm gonna name
earlier.
it Supernature.
You're gonna ask me some details around this one. I'm gonna be honest. I did research around this one and I couldn't find anything around this one.
This is gonna definitely be an alternative fact.
You see, the hate is real up in here. Yo, if you got, listen, all four of y'all, if you ain't got enough haters at the end. Oh, 3 of them. There'll be more. When we put the post up, it'll be like a couple of hundred, but we got the website pumping. So DMX rapped for Elijah Cohen, which is, there's a documentary on him called Israeli of Hip Hop. He's the guy that's been behind the scenes for Noriega, a lot of people. Elijah Cohen.
The co-founder of Def Jam.
DMX rapped for Elijah Cohen with a wired jaw in an attempt to seal the joint venture deal between Def Jam and Rough Rider Records in 1997.
No, that's true. I know that's true.
I looked up some data on it. I couldn't really
That's true. I think it was like DMX behind the music. If you watch that, they tell a story like I think it was Irv Gotti.
He brought it up, right?
No, Irv Gotti was telling Lord Cohen that he had to go check DMX out, and I guess DMX had just recently got jumped, and he had his jaw broken and shit, and then the Lord Cohen was like, I went in the studio, it was like 15, 20 motherfuckers in there, and then DMX came on, and he's like, you can hear the fucking. I mean, that's probably like urban legend type shit, but that's what he said on the shit. He's like, you can hear the wire breaking while he's rapping and shit.
It's been a while since I've done one, a Nahbi fact that has been as turned up as this one.
Yeah.
The last one that I'm about to bring, the one I'm about to bring, the last one that I think
the one where you said DMX and Dragon Brothers?
No.
In
The one that I brought to the table.
In the Bronx, all the way to White Castle.
The one that I brought to the table.
He had the nerve to say.
No. That since the next one that I'm about to bring to the table, since the next one I'm gonna bring to the table, the last one that was as turned up as this one was the one that I brought about how Big Pun kidnapped DJ Who Kid with a Mini Mac and kept it hot.
Yeah, that's funny.
No, it happened.
It's funny.
No, Big Pun. Nah, Big Pun. Big DJ Who Kid.
It wasn't Big Pun. It was Fat Joe.
No,
I swear to God, nigga.
Big Pun.
Listen. I swear to God, on my mom's. Like I think it was the day before yesterday. On my way, I was watching the Breakfast Club. And Fat Joe was on the Breakfast Club the other day, and he was talking about it. It was like, "Yo, what happened about the time when you kidnapped?" He said you kidnapped DJ Woo Kid. He was like, "Yo, I was sitting courtside of the Knicks, and he was like, I guess that he had a problem with Woo Kid because you know what I'm saying niggas had told him not to play certain music, but instead of playing, but Woo Kid was like DJing and talking shit like, yo, I ain't playing the nigga music. I don't give a fuck who said don't play his music. So whatever. And so Fat Joe seen him at courtside of the Knicks game, caught him in the bathroom, and yeah, they put him in the trunk.
All right, so hold up.
So it's Fat Joe.
Listen, yo, homie, listen. I understand what you're saying. We appreciate that you're from another country and you're watching Ducksman, Faka Kaka, whatever. Like, but listen what I'm saying. I appreciate that you're watching.
What's his problem? What I say?
Hold on. I appreciate that you're watching from another country. But what I was trying to say is you've been commenting 100 times in the chat and let other people comment. You're commenting way too much. So could you please relax it and like tone it down a little bit, bring it down a fucking notch.
Read some of his comments. Go back and read some of his comments. What he was saying? Go back.
No, it's 100 comments.
Go back and read some of them. What was he saying?
I'm located in Oslo. Pac is my idol. Right. Biggie is from New York. Media lies or kids. We colleges. There's 100 comments, my dude. Like, I'm just saying, relax.
Yo, man,
fucking relax.
Let him. Wow.
So let me
with that vein running down your forehead. You know what I'm saying? Relax. I know.
This is I'm getting really upset because this is the first time it's happened.
Let him express himself, bro.
Listen,
he's excited.
So this is one of the most G shits I brought up since then.
Wow.
This is some G shit.
Oh my God.
E40 once booked
a show
fake rap show
for Biggie Smalls.
B.I.G. over remarks he made in an interview. So B.I.G. said some shit about E40 interview. E40 booked a show, so Biggie would show up.
E40 denies
the real show.
E40
so he could run up on this.
E40 denies that he booked the show. E40 says
we talked about this one time.
E40 says his people booked the show,
Yeah.
And what happened was he's like, I guess Biggie started performing and they started throwing shit at him. They started throwing like just throwing shit, ice, money. You know what I mean? And he's in Oakland, you know what I'm saying? Because I guess what Biggie said was somebody asked him, I guess he was in an interview and somebody asked him about E40. And he was like, I don't listen to no E40s, blah, blah. Basically, like, E40 is whack. So somebody out. Nah. So somebody in Oakland booked the show for Biggie. Biggie shows up at the show and they start throwing shit. So when they went to go leave, some niggas rolled up on Biggie, was like, yo, you see my nigga E40's whack?
Oh, he made the call. We talked about this.
And the dude, and then I guess Biggie. I watched the interview with Biggie's manager at the time, or Biggie somebody, the dude, his security. He was like, "Yo," dude called. The dude was like, "Yo," he say, I told Biggie to get in the car, and I walked over to the dude, and I was like, "Yo, man, get E40 on the phone. You know what I mean? We can settle this out of the day."
Yeah. We talked.
Dude called up E40. And I guess Biggie and E40 was talking, and then he gave dude back the phone. And was like, nah, he gave Biggie a pass, so the nigga's gonna kill his nigga like out in there. Just
body Biggie over there.
So and then the dude was like,
he did it. He was outnumbered down on the wrong side of town. He was
on the wrong side of the country.
He was on a whole nother coast.
Yo, so the dude was like, yo, the dude, because I heard about this shit a long time ago, but then I watched the interview and the dude was explaining the shit, and he was like, yo, the dude was mad that E40 told him that he couldn't kill him. He was like, nigga, what, for real?
Yeah.
Like, damn, man.
We don't get ourselves, because you know what it is? You gash yourself up. Like, I don't give a fuck with this nigga.
Hell yeah, yo, when I see this nigga, I'm gonna tear this nigga up.
But as you see, this is how the facts start the conversation. Yeah. So, all right, we're going to go to the next
I watch a lot of bullshit in there. I don't watch, like, movies. Like, you wonder why, how you know all this bullshit. I don't watch fucking movies. I don't, like, watch,
he just watches a bunch of documentary bullshit.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
I do watch movies still, but I like watching.
So you ready for the next one? Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Gucci Man got a full scholarship to Georgia Perimeter College, but he lost it after he was busted with 90 bags of crack cocaine and put in jail for 3 months.
Gucci.
It's like my boy. It's like my boy. What's his name? Daddy Yankee. Daddy Yankee had a Daddy Yankee. A lot of people don't know this. Daddy Yankee almost had a full scholarship to play professional ball in America, but a couple of months before he was gonna sign the contract, he got hit with a tech.
That's how it went.
He got hit with a tech.
That's how the tech went.
That's how it went.
Yeah.
So Daddy Yankee was gonna play professional ball. Look this up. Professional ball, but he got clipped in the leg by like a Tech 9 or something like that.
Dave East too.
And then he went.
Was he making music before that?
A little bit, but his fact check on your shirt.
Yeah.
So his.
Yeah, my thing is, was he making music before that scholarship too?
Gucci Man?
Nah, I don't think so. No.
No.
Gucci.
Gucci Man, I think was a little bit dabbling, but it wasn't until after.
Nah, Gucci wasn't.
But what I was saying
Gucci
about
just started rapping 5 months before he came out.
If you look up Daddy Yankee,
Gucci had money.
If you look up Daddy Yankee,
Gucci's the only the way where he's at because he had money before he was rich before he.
No, he was a gorilla. They said there's gorillas.
Can we talk about that for 1 second?
No, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So Gucci Man had money. I get what you're saying, right? Same thing with Eazy-E.
Mm-hmm.
Eazy-E had drug money. So
Yeah.
he was able to establish.
That's how he was able to do it.
Yeah.
And he was able to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he was able to do that.
I guess money does talk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I guess it does.
Well, you gotta think. Yo, if you got money, you can pay for studio time. You get paid for this. You get paid for that.
That's the difference of it.
You get paid to get your music on the radio. You get paid for this. You get paid for that. You get.
I'm gonna throw this out there. If I ever make it big, you guys remember this day.
Yeah.
If I ever make it, no, fuck that.
When?
I make it big,
When? Yeah.
When I make it big, I'm gonna remember I didn't need all that money to become who I was.
No, and that's it. And but that's what it all comes down to.
You got the internet.
If you look at,
You need money unless you can get anything in house. You got to pay for beats. You got to get beats. You got to pay for videos. You know what I mean?
But
unless you can make those.
You find producers that believe in you.
Yeah, that's
everybody work as a team.
that's a part of it. Yeah.
But that's the thing. That's the thing is though is there's the internet and then there's the real connection of people, and that's the difference. But you see how the whole conversation is put out. But if, like I said, if you look up Daddy Yankee, like I said, you can look it up. Daddy Yankee, he was gonna play pro ball, and then he got clipped in one of his legs. Like it wasn't even meant for him. He got clipped by like a Tech 9 or something. Like it was a semi-automatic. It was an auto. It wasn't. It was no. Listen. It wasn't a handgun. It was
Tech
it
Nine.
was it was like a and it clipped Daddy Yankee and it fucked up his career playing ball. So then he got into hip hop or whatever, and he might have been one of them Spanish motherfuckers from Puerto Rico that was on the bench that we never heard of.
I'm gonna pick on you a little bit about
Okay,
this, right?
go ahead.
So in the Spanish industry, no bullshit.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier for artists. I promise you, it is.
It's a lot easier, yeah.
Like
Yeah.
if I knew my Spanish, I might have maybe went in Spanish and then crossed over.
Yeah, but it is. No, it is. It is.
Kind of like Selena.
No.
Selena was making Spanish music,
Listen,
right? She
yep.
crossed over to English, and people were like, we didn't
No,
know she did
and I
that.
agree. I agree with you on that. But what I'm saying is that the point of me bringing this up is that normally when people lose a major connect, I'm about to play pro ball, pro NFL, they fold. This guy went on to still be a boss in a different world.
No, he's a fighter.
That's this. What it all comes back to is this is what it all comes back to is that those of us that have made the greatest strides have made the biggest mistakes. Show me a man or a woman that had success that didn't have 1,000 failures, and show me somebody who didn't earn their spot. Right?
Good luck on that, right?
Right though?
Yeah.
And that's what I was saying about Daddy Yankee, and it goes back to all the other ones. So the E41, Gucci Man. So all right, so I got one for you. This will be good for the females in the building. Let's go to this one. So we got that one. So let's do this one. Who is the first female rapper to ever go platinum?
The Brat.
Oh!
I might be young, but I know the Brat.
Point.
Man, I was
Point. Point. So we got that.
I like you, man.
I like this one because me and a good friend of mine, he actually called me up last minute to include me in getting a free ticket to, because I wasn't gonna plan on going to the J. Cole concert tomorrow.
Are you going?
Yeah, TD Garden. Yeah, I'm going. Yeah, going out to the beam. So
Hear this out. I'm
Yeah.
a musician.
Yeah.
I've never been to a concert.
you're still young though.
Wait. No, she's not. She's been to a concert.
No comments from the Peter Gallery. Accept it. Sorry. So, all right. So we're talking about J. Cole now, right? We all respect J. Cole, right? Sean, J. Cole. What was J. Cole's original MC name?
Ooh, you
I'm a-
got me there.
I'm
You got me there.
We'll turn the page.
Like, I can even see you.
I know. I'm gonna turn the page. And then shout out to everybody in Boston at TD Garden. J. Cole's gonna be rocking out tomorrow night. You know what I mean?
Hey.
You know what I mean? So what do you think it is? What do you think it is? Y'all want to try to guess?
You got me. I'm blank right there. I thought it
J.
was J. Cole.
No, J. Cole. Because you know J. Cole comes from North Carolina, right? And then he went to John University or whatever in upstate New York. And he went to New York for a while. That's how he hooked up with Rockefeller Records. So he's originally from. He talks about the Ville Boys and all of that. He's originally from the Carolinas, and then he went to school in New York. It was his original rap name was The Therapist.
Therapist. I knew
No
it.
fucking way.
No, yeah.
I didn't know that. Hey, I didn't know that.
There you go, John Hopkins.
Therapist. I got it.
You learn something new every day. You know what I'm saying? The Therapist.
This
So,
might be good that I'm young and I'm with you right now.
Hey,
You teaching me
that's-
some facts right
that's
here.
how it's supposed to be. All right. So let me go to another one. Let me jump around a little bit. So we got that one. Boom, 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 boom. All right.
Don't get nervous.
I will not.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Common Sense. Common. The rapper. Common.
I like Common.
Before he ever made it into the rap industry and was famous, he was actually a ball boy for the Chicago Bulls.
Now, is that true?
Yes. That is.
The
That is
only
true.
reason
No,
why
it's
I
true.
think it's true
It's
is
true.
because I saw that movie Just Right, and I know
Yep.
it's just a movie,
Yep.
but I saw that he was really into the ball.
No, it's true. No, it's true. His part before he blew up, and you know when he was younger, because he's a little bit older. They described Kanye West as the young dude showing up at the crib like, like no, for real. Like if you look at Common Sense has a dope ass autobiography where he depicts his adventure through music and his love with Serena Williams and Erykah Badu and all this other shit, right? And he talks about Kanye coming around when they were younger on the, because you know Kanye's from the more suburban part, and Common is from the more hood part. But Kanye being a few years, like 3-4 years younger, right? When you're like 21, 18, that makes a difference. When they were younger, Kanye would be the guy coming through the crib like, the loudmouth dude. Like that's how they described him, the creative loudmouth guy. And then look at who Kanye is now, and then he later on signed Common to what is that?
Good music.
Good music, yeah. Pusha T and all of that signed too. Yep. So we got that one. So he really was a ball boy. He used to grab the balls for the Chicago Bulls, like, so that was before his career and all that other stuff.
I could tell. I know it's just a movie once again, but I can tell he was. I guess sometimes you can connect with roles in the movie.
Well, it resonates deeper.
If you look at how somebody's acting,
Yeah, it resonates.
You feel like they're really feeling
And
that
it resonates. It resonates.
Yeah, it does. And when I saw that movie, I was like, oh, this guy likes ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because you didn't know that. Like
I didn't know that.
You see that connection. All right, so another one that we have, while promoting his 2008 film, A Raisin in the Sun, which is an old story and poem about a black family dealing with racism in the different neighborhoods. Raisin in. Yeah. It's been a Broadway play, actually off Broadway play because it's black, and it's been a movie and it's been a book and different other things. So Puff Daddy had played a character in the 2008 version of Raising the Sun, and he actually abstained from partying and devoted his energies to the movie because he wanted to be taken seriously as an actor.
He did good in that movie.
He did.
Yeah, he did.
No, he did.
Did good in the movie.
He was in that Carlitos Way, the Rise.
He was in that, and he was also in the funny movie, Get Him the Greek.
Yep, and then I think his good role when he played Hollywood in The Rise of Carlito.
Now call me crazy, but I always wanted to work Diddy. Like, I always wanted Diddy to find.
You wanted to be like making for the band, like Babs
Yo,
and shit.
I don't want to be them. I don't want to be them. That shit was crazy.
You want to walk some cheesecake?
You don't want to go get. You don't want to walk through a Harlem getting cheesecake.
No. I always wanted Diddy to discover me because people can laugh at you all day, but you'll be walking right to the bank, and I've always believed that with Diddy.
It's true though.
You the money that you need to make, and like I said, it's not all about the money.
Yeah.
But when it starts to get that way.
But the reality of the matter is the money allows you to deliver your message in the way that you want to deliver it.
You can do better videos. You
Yeah.
can do a lot of things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Diddy is the man. He can get you there. He
Yeah.
can get you there.
That
That's what
and that's
always thought that.
and that's I mean, like I said, that's one of those facts. It is what it is, and that's why we bring up these facts because it creates commentary
Yep.
on the social structure of what we're doing. So moving on to the next one. What else have we got on here? Oh, I got a good one here. Russell Simmons once passed on. He actually originally passed on signing Nas due to the fact that he thought he sounded too much like the original rapper Kool G Rap. So he passed on one of the. All right, so Kool G Rap is the first real gangster rapper from Queensbridge. He was the guy from Nas and 50 and them's all Queens area that really woke because 50's from Jamaica, Queens. Nas and Mobb Deep and them. Well, 50 Cent, yeah, he's from Jamaica, Queens, but Mobb Deep, well, specifically Havoc because Prodigy was from Left Rack, and he originally he was from like the Left Rack area, whatever, like where Capone and them are from. But he claims Queensbridge. But anyways, Queensbridge has a long history in hip hop, and Nas had a certain buzz at a point where he dropped his first album. He was 19 years old, and Kool G Rap was the first guy from that neighborhood that really came out with some gangster shit. You know what I'm saying? So Kool G Rap was like around the time of like Big Daddy Kane and Kool Herc and all of the, you know what I'm saying? All the Kool Herc and all the people from fucking that created hip hop that were from that area of Queens or whatever. So Kool G Rap was the guy, like the godfather of that shit. So they said that Nas at 19 sounded too much like him, so he passed on him. But Nas would go on to be one of the biggest rappers of all time.
Nas, I love Nas.
I love that he brought out Dave East.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound like him.
I know.
Yo,
Yeah.
that's how you know that Nas is that fucking guy, though.
I was that kid that looked up old school rappers, because I started showing interest in making music.
Yeah.
So I would look up old school rappers. Nas was one of them. Nas is my dude, man. I remember trying to play on the piano.
Oh yeah, that was that shit.
I tried to play that on a piano. So I don't really know how to play instruments so well, but I'm such an artist that I will.
Yeah.
I will do that. And Nas brought that out of me.
No, but exactly, and Nas is one of them dudes. Like I'm saying, like this guy, like you can't really say anything because he helped build Def Jam, which is fundamentally the biggest rap label of all time. They brought out LL Cool J, Method Man signed to them, like everybody. So, but what I'm saying is like he passed at the time because he felt like he sounded too much.
It's his loss.
I mean, that's what it is. It is what it is. Are we ready for another videos?
Nah, we don't got no videos, bro. It didn't work out.
Yeah. Oh, all right. So, because I wanted to transition out of this point,
To what?
out of here, into just everybody watching the regular website.
Oh, nigga, it's only half hour left now. The shit been streaming for a fucking hour and a half. You might as well just keep it going now.
Because we still got Nov. I know, yeah, but I know we got Nov coming in. You know what I'm saying? Chop Shop Radio. So
He's on his way?
Yeah, he's almost here. So we just done the facts. We had said the one that you had missed was that Russell Simmons passed on signing Nas due to the fact that he thought he sounded too much like Coogee Rap.
I think I read that somewhere before. Hopefully it wasn't one of your notes.
Peace.
But-
Thank you for not over commenting.
Oh, yeah. He definitely stopped. What he said? I'm tired? What is he
He's in another country. What do you want me to do?
You know.
I'm tired. I have to leave. What?
Maybe you gotta go to work. Maybe you gotta go be a man prostitute. Go sell his manhood.
I mean, I'm just saying, you would do you.
Who?
You would do you.
Oh, of course.
Right there on your shirt.
Of course, yeah.
That's Perez checking out.
You're
Why
still
wouldn't
over
I?
here. We're gonna get our next interview.
That would be a disservice.
Take alcohol with you. You're
Oh.
poison.
Oh,
Man, this guy's been drinking the whole
What do you mean? We just
Yeah.
drink water.
Oh,
We just
I
drink
didn't drink
vitamin water around here.
water.
Is that gluten free? Yo, Perez, is that gluten free? Yo, so all right. So while we're waiting, we got Nov Saint River, who's an artist out of Boston who embodies the whole Ja Rule, Tupac mentality, but also Boston and everything else in it. Like I said, there'll be comparisons to that, but he has his own style, and he's a young cat that embodies all those elements, and it's an honor to have him come through. Yo, Nov, get the fuck over here. We're about to shut off before you go. Right here you go. We got Nov in the building. We just did
you got snacks, bro? You came bearing gifts?
snacks.
You got M&M's, my
Sit
niggas?
over here with your goddamn snacks.
Yo,
Yo, this is my cousin Ricky Bones, man.
what's going on, man? How you doing? Cash, man.
How you doing, man?
Cash.
Nahbi, how you doing, bro? All right, Nov.
Niggas got snacks. You got Suzy Q's, and there you go.
This fucking celebrity guest star over here.
We got
You got Belvedere?
Don't give this guy none.
like a drink champ.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm Perez, man. Nice to meet you.
That's our first guest of the night. That's James, the hardest working photographer in New England kid. And if
So
you don't
we finally got Nov Saint River here from Boston.
casually late,
Casually late.
Damn, it's not my fault, man.
Yo, what happened? You was putting your vest on. It took too long.
and
Yo, honestly, I slept for 1 hour. I was up all night working on this website.
Word.
Because now I'm doing like so much like different shit I never really did before. So I'm trying to show me how to like just navigate all these different platforms. Because I'm not a social media dude at all.
Yo, can I
Yeah.
just point out the fact that as far as you're a very well established artist who has thousands of people who have watched your videos and everything else, but just like as Perez, this is your first radio interview.
Yeah, this is my first. I wouldn't say I'm
Oh
first.
shit!
Oh, man. Hey, I gotta dap you up for that one more time.
Thank you.
Wow,
I
man.
wouldn't say I'm a well-established artist. People are just now.
Your vest and your sunglasses say other.
No, that's cool. Nah, I appreciate that. No, also real shit. I mean, I can't swear on this.
yeah, you can swear you want.
No. You gotta pay $10 every time you say shit.
We got a swear jar.
We already getting tired.
You can only say Spanish swears. Maricon,
Punto,
Nah, but
Panchata.
honestly, I thought it was dope. As soon as y'all hit me up, I was like, yo, I'm gonna come because
Word.
y'all hit me up yesterday.
Yeah,
I was like, yeah, I'm gonna come. You know what I'm saying? Because like, nah, this is like the dopest shit ever. Like,
yeah, man. We seen your live performances multiple times. You know what I mean? And I like the energy you bring to your set.
Like I said,
Great hooks. Yeah, good songs and shit, man.
I said that you embody like that, like Tupac, like almost like Ja Rule kind of like mentality of like the sing song shit. But you don't mimic it. Like you have your own style of it. Like you're like the new wave, and like that's what I like about you. Like,
Yeah, where did you get your like influence? Like who influenced your style? You know what I mean? Like how'd you like adopt your style and like come into yourself because you have your own style and it's real. You y'all like it. You know what I mean? Like you make real good hooks. Like, you was freestyling one time and you make real good hooks on the fly. You know what I mean? Like what were some influences to your style? Like your style.
No, I appreciate that. To be honest, I stopped listening to mainstream music. I stopped listening to mainstream music when I started taking music seriously. So that's about like maybe 7 or 8 years ago. So just like everybody, I was a big G Unit head. I love Tupac, like most real cats do.
Mm-hmm.
And I listen.
You think the influence comes out in the music though, right? Like now, like I'm saying, like
definitely. That's why I stopped listening to mainstream music when I was taking it serious.
But the influence is important because, like with me, like Wu-Tang was my biggest. Even before I became part of that family, Wu-Tang was my biggest influence.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you kind of like you have the element of the style, but you have your own flavor too.
Yeah, I mean, I listen to a lot of like '80s rock, like the corny, sappy shit. Like I like that a lot. Like I always do.
Like ballads, like power ballads.
Yeah, power ballads.
Mm.
My guy likes power ballads.
Power ballads are the
I
shit.
would do anything for love, but
That's not a power ballad.
That.
It's not a power ballad, bro. That was
There's only one guy.
Yeah, it's one
Because
guy.
there's no chick.
There's a chick on that song. Yeah.
The white girl's telling me I gotta go. It's bad.
Yeah.
I'm like when I'm shaking my head.
A Nahbi alternative fact.
Shit done. All right,
It's
I'm
not a
just
it's
gonna
not
shut
a
up and go ahead. You just go.
Wow, that'd be a first.
Humph. Why I never.
So yeah.
That's called a sipper silence.
Is that a sip silence? So like a
awkward
Snickers
sip
moment?
silence.
It's like a Snickers moment.
Yeah, so
Pregnant.
I stopped listening to the mainstream stuff, and at that point, like I focus mainly on like I'm always out searching for beats, and then when I find like, and we're always freestyling, like we're just always doing like our own music. Like I really don't like to listen to, not that I don't like to listen to it, because it's something so dope that it catches my ears, I'm gonna fuck with it.
Yeah.
And then you might hear that.
But it's hard for you to give it a chance in the first place.
It has to find me. I don't before I go looking for somebody else's stuff.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go looking like inside of myself.
Yeah.
To make something.
Cause you like subconsciously you can listen to a song and then like days later you can like make up a hook and it's like similar to that song and you forgot you actually heard that song and it can be in the back of your head and shit. That has happened to me before.
You know what I wonder? What I wonder is like sometimes like I look at artists like you and I like where does this guy get the balls to be this open about how he feels about like where the fuck does Novv get the testicles to be able to the huevos, the balls, the ballers to express himself, because you say shit that people don't say in a normal rap song like you.
Is it about shock value or is it
No,
like
it's
more?
not. It's him.
How you gonna answer for him? He ain't write the shit.
I'm sorry.
Is this thing on? I don't even think this is on.
It might be. It's on.
I don't got nothing to lose.
Yeah.
So
fuck it.
And I feel like
YOLO.
I feel like the things that I say like gotta be said, like, because like every ghetto in America is a third world country, every single one of them. So like that little like piece of land, like where we all at, like there's like a understanding amongst us, and you know what I'm saying, like. My young guys, they out here, like, these guys, they're ready to shoot for somebody that done stabbed them in the back. You know what I'm saying? And, like, the mind state, like, that we just have, like, this loyalty shit, like, we have, like, this crazy sire bond to, like, to cats that don't really give a fuck about us. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And
loyalty to a system that don't embrace us.
It's crazy. So I just felt like the things that I say, like, it's not like I felt like, oh, there's going to be, like, a million people, like, listening or whatever. Like, I just felt
there's really only 4 watching right now.
Right.
In 6 countries.
See, so I felt like I had to make sure that I said that. So that way, like, can't nobody say they ain't heard it.
Yeah.
Can't nobody say it didn't get said, and I don't like leave this place. Like, I'm not trying.
That's what we was talking about earlier.
And
that goes.
I have certain shit that you know what I mean? Like, if it has to be so. Like, if I have to go, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I don't make it home today. That I
established this already.
Shit that I could today, you know what I'm saying?
That's what we was talking about. That exactly the same shit earlier. You know what I'm saying? He was like, "Yo, if a person had like a music deal on the line, and they had like a full ride to college on the line, you know what I mean? If you go to college, you're gonna always be wondering, what if I would have went to that other deal? I could have been so much better. What if? And what's worse, taking the safe route or taking the other route and failing?
Yeah, Safe route, yeah.
You know what I mean? So we was just talking about that earlier. So that goes exactly, prove my point. Thank you.
I mean, I think that okay. You might as well just snap and twist it.
Whoa.
All right, so anyways, whatever the fuck he's saying. So what do you?
This guy.
I mean, like, what do you? I mean, I think that you as an artist, you take a lot of.
He's making it up as he go along. He don't know what he's gonna say.
I'm trying to.
He has
I'm
no
trying to
idea
think
what
of
he-
how to. I'm trying to voice this. I'm trying to voice this properly. Like you take a lot of risk because there's a whole video with you like in your jeans with your shirt off in the shower.
Yeah.
And it's not an R&B song.
Yeah.
Where are these videos?
Where's your phone at? You tell her what the video is.
He's gonna hook you up with that.
Tell her.
I just want to see
He's
it.
like this. He's
Tell
like
it.
rah, rah, rah. He's rubbing soap on his tattoos and shit. Like shit. So I'm saying, but like you have a certain level of bravery. Like, do you feel like that's a level of bravery, or do you feel like it's you being you?
I really can't. Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, I know like that people that know me or that know of me, I know what they say about me.
Which is what?
Well, you would have to ask them, right? But I know that like there's at no point every single day I leave the house, I make sure that I do the realest shit that day every single day. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just at the front of my head. That's at the forefront of my day every day when I wake up.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing I can do that's gonna be like corny. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because you're being you.
And on top of that, I do real shit, like really real shit. You know what I'm saying? Not because like I'm like just the illest dude in the world, but because
You're not the illest
I
nigga in
care
Nebraska?
so Nah, definitely not. You know, I care a lot. You know what I'm saying? I really care about shit. Shit nobody cares about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm not caught up in all of the hype and stuff like that. And like even the way I did that video, like if you read my tattoos and you read what they say,
That video's deep. But I brought it up because, like I said, the controversy of it is like that video's fucking deep. Like you say some real shit.
yeah, but I wasn't trying to be like sexy or something like that.
Nah, I never said that. I'm just.
Nah,
You
I
wasn't
know.
there with your jeans on though.
Well,
You had some extra soap on your nipples, but.
I had the jeans on. I had the sneakers on too. I had the good
Nah, I'm just fucking with you, but. Yeah.
But
Nah.
my like the tattoos that I have, like look, I got this 18 bus right here. You know what I'm saying on my neck. That's the bus that run down my neighborhood. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. From your hood, yeah.
I live in an interesting place. And gentrification's a motherfucker.
Yeah,
it
word.
changes things.
Definitely is, man.
Yeah, it changes
So,
things. Yeah.
What part of you in Boston, right?
Yeah,
What part of Boston?
yeah, Dorchester.
Dorchester.
So as you've seen from the time that you.
So like what you saying about like gentrification? Like how like you was born and raised there?
Not exactly. I moved. I did a lot of moving around. I spent a lot of time in New York City, Southside Jamaica, Queens.
That's 50s hood. What were you talking about earlier?
Yeah, we know. Yeah, I was actually born on a military base in Colorado Springs.
So he's a part of the military family.
Well,
Well, military
Yeah.
brat, is
I
that the
wouldn't
term?
call that a family. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the military brat, they move every few years, so they had their friends.
Why you gotta be a brat though?
Because that was isn't that the general
Yeah,
term?
that's an old army brat. That's
Army brat.
Still though.
That's the term.
Just
He
the
seemed
army,
really
bro.
offended
Not
for no reason.
I'm saying though.
The only thing he ever did was play fucking military video games. I don't understand
Nigga, what are you saying though?
No, yeah. So I mean, you know, around at the point when I was about 2 years old. 2 years old, you know what I'm saying? My mom was pretty much on her own with us. And then, you know, she moved to Boston because her mother was dying. And then that's what it was. So like
That's why I moved to Rhode Island. My
Concrete jungle ever since.
my brother was dying. That's why I moved to Rhode Island. It's like yeah, similar shit. I was in Detroit.
My condolences.
So no, what I'm saying is that do you feel like that as somebody who does things that might be looked at as like off or different, right? Because you don't follow the trend of what's going on. Since the first day I met you.
With that being said, like
follows a trend.
you do stuff different. Like some people, I feel like they're just generally weird. Like you watch stuff and you're like, yo, he's just the weird dude. And some people, I feel like they force it just to get attention.
You overly do it.
You know what I'm saying?
I want to be weird because everybody else is weird.
I can't even say the video was weird because I didn't see the video yet. You know what I mean? So it was like
He was in the shower with his jeans on. We
So
already
my
established
question
this, but it
is it like a conscious thing to be like?
Absolutely not. I know what
Yeah.
you're going to say.
Yeah.
I was always like that. You know what I'm saying? I got teased in school. Other kids, they was, you know, playing basketball and shit. I was into art, theater, and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And then at the point where, you know, I became old enough to decide I wanted to make my own money, they was playing basketball on the ball courts. I was going to the ball courts doing something else completely fucking different. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's like I said.
So with that being said, so with that,
Like
people,
so who I am, and I know that I can fight. You know what I'm saying?
You know Mike's here.
Mike's
here.
So
Mike Boston's here, motherfucking superstar.
So
as featured on the Ellen DeGeneres show, and now this.
So with that being said, like, so when people perceived you as being the, you know, the awkward, weird person, and then they seen you out there doing that too, like, does that throw people off?
Not that's the type of shit that they expect from me. But not only do they expect it from me, they accept it from me. Because again, like, I'm a real dude, and not like always in the sense of like.
I do. I go out and gangster. Yeah. I know exactly what you mean. Yeah.
The famous Mike Boston in the building.
Yeah.
Seen on the Ellen DeGeneres show. Now this Vibe magazine. He's here. Hey, I know that guy. It's nice to know that guy. Hey, oh, Michael.
Yeah. All right. So you got
I'll be out there in the morning. I'll be out in the morning to see this guy. We're going to the J. Cole concert out in Boston.
So you recently came out with some music.
What?
So have you recently came out with some music?
Yeah, I mean, we're in the studio like every week, every couple of days when.
Cause you had a plethora of songs that you perform at the show. You know what I mean?
Do we need a verse?
Yeah, I never run out.
So we need, you know what?
So are those songs and those verses available for you know, fan consumption?
Yeah, what you want me to do?
No, I'm just saying, like, let people know where where your music is at. You know, where it can be located. You can find it when they go to listen to it. That's what I was getting at. I'm sorry if I took
a lot of my stuff is on Facebook at Novv Saint River.
Spell it out.
Novv Saint St and RIVVE.
Where did that long ass name come from, though?
That's a good question. Yeah,
because you didn't just say it takes. It's a long name. So what it?
So we got a long ass fucking name. We got like 32 fucking letters in our name.
Me?
Our crew.
Also,
oh yeah, Universal Zoo Disciples.
You can find everything at novsaintriver.com. That's gonna take it up. But
right.
As far as like my name, like to be honest, like my mother's from the West Indies, and my mother's name is Dick South. You know, I have an aunt.
What's her name?
Dick South.
That's her first name?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got an aunt. Lindy,
we're gonna roll with that.
I got an aunt Lindy Roach. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you know, a lot of West Indian people, especially like, you know, Eastern Caribbean cats. You know
yeah,
like,
Eastern Caribbean.
We have a tendency to like make up names like out of the blue.
So just make up a name and just.
Because we like the sound, yeah.
Yeah.
So like Novv is a sound, like it's a sound that I created, like I just liked it, you know. And the Saint River, like as far as like I got like a deep connection with, you know, rivers, you know, like that's just something that I do. Like I like to be like at the river. If you ever read the book Siddhartha?
Yes.
Right. So like in the book.
He didn't read that shit. Nigga lying ass motherfucker, man. What's that, man?
In the book Siddhartha.
Siddhartha is the story about the dude that would eventually become the Buddha at one point.
Yeah.
He read this. He read the synopsis in the motherfucking bookstore one day and passed it up.
Siddhartha is the guy that would leave his rich family to become Buddha, correct? Back it up.
Raise the roof.
Whatever. Raise the roof. Cause this nigga reads. Yes, he does.
Yeah, I knew the mic wasn't on.
I agree.
Theater taught me how to project.
Everybody, look at Mike Boston's shorts real quick though. Days at Hasselhoff in the building.
Days at Hasselhoff.
That's not pink, it's coral. It's coral color.
That's salmon, baby.
Salmon, that's what it is.
Mike Boston thinks because he's been on the Ellen DeGeneres and now this and all these other things that he can just wear salmon shorts.
He can. He can do whatever he want.
He can wear whatever he wants.
Do whatever he want, bye-bye.
No, don't pay attention to salmon shorts.
He can do whatever he want, bye-bye.
Shout out to Mike, man.
Shout out to Mike.
Bless, yo. Did y'all play some of this track's video?
Yo, you're mad late.
Man.
We did a live video in here. Why are you mad late?
Nope. Then
yo, somebody tell salmon shorts to shut up. Let's go move on. So no,
Still down?
No, it's working now. No, it's streaming live. It's definitely streaming live. And archive on our website. You know what I mean? It'll definitely be out there. James.
So no. So here's you've been around a lot, right? You've been around. You travel. You've been to New Orleans.
No, that's where my grandmother's from, though.
Well, New Orleans has a place called Bourbon Street. It's known for a certain type of thing. You know what that is?
Yes.
Mardi Gras. Besides Mardi Gras,
Besides Mardi Gras.
Besides that,
there's a lot of a certain place on Bourbon Street. You get drinks there.
no, I guess I don't.
Bars.
Bars. It's known for its
Perez.
bars.
We had to walk her into that one because that was a
Yeah.
whole other situation. But
But that's how we usually get people.
yeah,
It's known for its
this is how we
bars.
usually do it. Yeah, bars.
Bars. And
It's all right. You're good. You're good.
in Boston, we call them bars.
So what
it's
we
time
need
for you to give us a
here
little bit of
is
bars.
we need a Nov St. River verse or a 16 or a song or something. Like we need like
A verse is a 16.
And don't ask for no beat because it's not gonna happen.
What?
This is,
No,
this is
you
like
play-
MTV
I mean-
Unplugged.
I mean, like, we give some time. We're gonna pull up a beat. I mean, we all good with that.
It's like MTV Unplugged.
you
Shop
pull up a
Shop
beat.
Unplugged.
Pull up a beat.
If
You
y'all,
can.
if y'all want me to freestyle, I'm gonna need.
No, you don't got to freestyle. You can do whatever.
When you kick something, you
You,
already
you a
got.
verse.
Kick-
It
kick
don't
the
matter.
shit that you get in
Whatever.
the shower.
Whatever you feel like doing right
Kick the
now.
shower joint because that's what I was trying to tell you. Kick the shower joint.
Whatever you want.
All right. Oh man.
Bourbon Street. Take us to Bourbon Street
Yeah.
with the titties and the
shorts.
beads
Can you take that over there?
and the 2 foot drinks.
All right. It's going. I never rapped without a beat before, like ever.
There's a
Oh,
lot of firsts tonight.
it's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot of cherries being bust
a
tonight.
lot of cherries being busted tonight. Where with
I'm terrified of the feeling. I can feel it more. Empty house, hinges hanging off the doors. Haunted house, fan squeaking wooden floors, speaking through a hole inside a leaking roof you can't ignore us. You better be here forever. You better not let them take you from us. Better keep the strap in the back of your drawers and sweater. I don't care if it's a real hot summer. These are the words. These are the words. They love me so much just to see me hurt, so I keep it all the hurt. Doing all the dirt, I keep it all inside. Standing in the dirt, contemplating suicide, contemplating homicide. Oh man. Hold up.
reset, guys, reset. Stop
Selector, rewind.
Stop in the beginning. Stop in the beginning. Stop in the beginning. Ready?
All right.
Take your time. Like I told her. Imagine there's no one else in the room right now.
All right.
That shit don't work.
Yeah, it does. Watch this.
All right. Y'all gonna have to need pull out the phone,
no.
though.
What if
Wow.
you have me collab with you?
Yeah, you can do that.
Alright, let's do
Yo.
it.
Go first?
Yeah, I'll collab with you.
All right, let's do it.
You gotta go first, though. You gotta go.
I gotta go
collab with
first?
you. Yeah.
How's that gonna make it easy if I go first?
Alright, I got you. Try to do the little weekend flow over here or something.
You caught me way off guard. Somebody should have warned me, man.
Nah, it's a hip hop show.
Give me a good subject. What's a good subject right now?
Car taxes.
Oh, nah,
man.
man. Come on.
Uh,
Alright, I'll just freestyle.
Yeah, just freestyle.
Ooh, you say that you want me, but I don't know. You say that you love me, but it don't show. And if you love me, let me know, 'cause I need to know. Ooh, I need to know. Yeah.
Alright.
oh.
Alright. Oh man, this is crazy.
I pick up from there.
Yeah.
I pick up from there. All right.
Yo, I pick it from there. Hold on, I got you. Yo, do that hook one more time. Just do one more.
This is me freestyle.
I know.
It might change up a little bit. Ooh, you say that you love me, but I don't know. Sometimes it don't really show. And if you love me, please, please,
Yeah.
let
I think
me
I seen
know.
her in my dreams, but now there's nothing in
Whoa.
between me and her, but air in a stream of energy. She's into me like a nerd in the book. I recognize her face when she gave me that look. And then I searched a lot like the theory Big Bang. That's when I realized we was one and the same. Twin flames, soulmates, toothbrush, Colgate. Feel like I known her since I wait from the gate. We connect like the internet, yet to talk to one another. I don't have to wonder what's next. Let the universe take its course. Like the kids in college, I see the stars in their eyes because it's all astrologic. I said, I beg your pardon, there's a light when you stand. And I can feel your aura illuminate from your hand. This account is more than the fate than chance. That when you stand next to me, I feel my senses enhanced. Love at a glance, take a chance, not an arrogant man. Let's take the count to be dealt and play the hand how it land. Is that a plan?
Working hard every night I'm with you, I'm alone.
Yeah.
That's depression, that's the reason I don't answer phones. You get the dial tone before you hear it in the tone. Going through a lot of things, hoping I'ma make it home. I put my arms in the air and say a prayer. They don't gotta put my arms in the air to make it clear. A no-fly zone, the fan out of bounds. You violate niggas, you be running out of ground. Sunroof open in the wintertime. Stars gleaming on me, vodka shining in the moonshine. They was doing toy drives, she'll be doing tune drives. Kids dying on the porches thinking that it's you die. Out of state calls from my mob boys claiming that he love you but he paranoid. If they love you, why they paranoid? Fill in the blank, fish out of tank. Is this a war or a simulate? We terrified of those who always think you showing off. We terrified of situations with a girl involved. We terrified of niggas always seem to know it all, pretending that they clueless, they a nuisance to your castle walls. It's the power that we summon from the gods. Sacrifice my life and never sacrifice my heart. They tell me that they love me, leave me in the dark. I bring you to the light, even though I'm lost.
Yeah, I can understand where you're pain from. Yeah, you say that you love me, but you don't. Can somebody tell me if they really love me right now? Ooh, yeah, yeah. As Perez.
Keep that hook going.
Sometimes I really wish that they love me, they say the way they do. Yeah, my words get a little dilated, a little fucked up, but I still go through with it. Yeah, sometimes I really feel that pain in my heart. Sometimes I really wish I could never really... Let me bring it back. Sometimes I really wish I feel that pain in my heart. Sometimes I really wish I could tear it apart. Sometimes I really wish I could let this go. But sometimes you feel it and you wish that it show. They say that they love you, but they don't really know what's love. What's love? If they say that they love me, they don't know. You say that we are one, but we are one.
Okay.
Right now, right now, right now. Ooh, if you love, can this be real? Can this be real? Can this be real?
You gave me your heart. I gave it away.
Yeah.
I gave it a chance. You was perfect for me.
Woo.
You was both in the trance and you was saving the dance. There was no saving for me. Ain't no saving for me.
Ooh.
If I had another chance, I asked for another chance.
Yeah.
Contract killers on me. Give him advance.
You
We was busy bending corners and center corners in advance. I ain't had an option but blowing you and your mans.
But listen, baby, I done been through the pain. Listen, baby, I done been through it all. I've been on the corner selling rice, doing for it all. My girl be on some selfish shit. She don't think about nobody but herself and shit. When I speak, she don't listen like she deaf and shit. I told her to watch my drinks, she left the shit. So I almost left that bitch, man, cause she was bitchin'. Cause there wasn't no more Kool-Aid left in the kitchen. I was in somebody's business or saying fuck them guys. Even when she's wrong, she's rolling her eyes. She's like, that's my burger and those are my fries. That's mine. She ordered chicken combo sandwich supersized and the list goes on. She get a shrimp egg roll on. She asked for a bite, take 2 bites and it's gone. She used the last minute on my phone to call up her phone cause it was lost somewhere in the bedroom. But when we in the bedroom, she give a little back. When I'm hitting it from the back, she throw back a little back. That's old as fuck. I wrote that like in 2008 with my baby's mom and shit.
Going down in history, nobody is ever going to ask me to rap without a beat ever. Never. First time. And I did that.
Hey, I just want to end this right here. I definitely would like to do a collab with you, man. I think that we would make.
That's what it's all about, man. Making music with everybody. You know what I mean?
We would make great music, man.
Yeah, that should be fun. We can do it right now.
Word up, word up. We got the studio. We got the studio's right. The studio's right there. The studio's right across the hall, bro. Yeah. We can be done. We got like 5 minutes left in the show. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I mean? We got no St. River.
That shit was, you know what I'm saying?
Word.
It meant a lot to me.
Word up, man.
Y'all the first people to like, you know what I'm saying? Like really get at me and tell me like, yo, come down to the radio.
Word, man. Your live show's real good. Live show's mad good, man. You got like I said, we was freestyling with you, making them tracks. Like you're a hook. we come up with the hooks mad quick, they mad catchy, and they mad good, man. That's what this shit's all about. You know what I mean? Come up with the hook, and then you know what I mean. It's like laying the shit down. That's the big part of the show. Shit, coming up with the hook first. You find the beat you like, you make the hook.
Yo, Cash.
Everything follows.
Where they can find us next week?
They can find us. You know what I'm saying? Right here, Chopp Shop. You know what I mean? UZD.world. You know what I mean?
Shout out to the Chopp Shop, man. Shout out
Word
to
up.
Shout out to the whole fucking Providence, because I love Providence. I got a little section of Providence. Shout out to the north side, man.
Word up. North Providence. Word up. You can shout out.